ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मणदये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। हरि ओम। हरि ओम। So our topic for this 4 days, Bhikshu Gita, learn to detach. We are going to learn how to detach from what? From what we have to detach, we will see. That is the theme of the 4 days yajna. I have so many things from where I have to detach. Very important thing. We have to detach from the very, very, very important thing. How to detach from that important thing is our topic. Bhikshu Gita. The name of the topic is Bhikshu Gita. This is Bhagavan Vedavyasa. He has written 18 Puranas, composed 18 Puranas. All the Puranas consist of so many stories and teaching the Vedic ideas. It's very difficult to approach Veda as it is and get the idea or the message of Veda. It's like drinking or using seawater. It's very difficult. Salty water. Somebody should bring some machine and convert this ocean water as for pure water for our usage. In the same way, Bhagavan Vedavyasa studied, edited all the Vedas and understood the essence of Vedas. He brought out the message of Vedas through all the Puranas. We are all like Balvihar students, even though we are teachers of Balvihars. In one way, we are all teachers teaching the children. In other way, we are all also like Balvihar students only. So, at the mental level, we need to understand that the deep message of Upanishad. To take us towards the Upanishad idea, he brought out all the 18 Puranas. First, to read the story, understand the idea, slowly, you can improve, and you will reach Upanishad Brahma Sutra, you will be liberated. For that only he has composed 18 Puranas. The last Purana he has composed, Srimad Bhagavatam. When he composed Srimad Bhagavatam, his avatara has been completed. He got complete satisfaction after composing Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam has got 12 cantos, 12 skandhas. So we are going to read Bhikshu Gita in Mukti Skandha. Bhikshu Gita is one chapter, only one chapter. This one chapter Bhikshu Gita is kept in Mukti Skandha, 11th canto. This Uddhava, Krishna had so many friends, Arjuna, Sudama and Uddhama. All these people are the best friends of Lord Krishna. Uddhava, so he visited Lord Krishna. Krishna is now ready to go to Vaikuntha Loka. He has finished his avatar. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To establish dharma only, I am taking this avatara. I come here to establish, to destroy adharma, to protect dharma. I came here, I have done my job. More than 100 years he lived, Krishna. I have done. Now this is the time to go back to my abode, Paramdhama. So the last moment, only few people met him, Uddhava and Maitreyi. So Uddhava visited Lord Krishna. He was sitting under the tree with the 4 hands, Shankha Chakra Gadadhar. So Krishna was sitting in Padmasana. Now he is going to disappear his form. So Uddhava visited and Uddhava asked, Krishna, please you take me also to Vaikuntha Loka. Krishna says, no, no. Even though you are the dearest devotee, I'm not going to take you. Why, my lord? I do not know. When I was there in Ramavatara, I have taken all the people to Vaikuntha Loka. I do not know what they have done there. Now in this avatar, I'm not going to take anyone, including you, Uddhava, including you. So this time I'm going alone to abode. So I'm not taking you to Paramdham. You do one thing, you go to Himalayas, take sannyas, go to Himalayas, observe all the sannyasa dharma, drop everything, and you reach by Paramdham through Himalayas, doing tapas. This is what he suggested our Krishna. So Uddhava says, it's okay, I will come through Himalayas, through tapas. So Uddhava wanted to extend Lord Krishna's time on this earth. If you like someone, you want to have so many unnecessary questions, even though you know the answer for that question. Why? You want that man to be with you for some time. We don't want to miss that person. The same way, Uddhava also started asking many questions. Krishna, please you tell me. Please you take me also with you. Krishna, it's okay, I cannot take you. Okay, you will have some nice time. And I want to have the last message from Krishna. Even though Guru is giving so many messages, we live with Guru more than 10 years, 15 years. What is your last message? Generally, what is your last message? Whatever we discuss in this 10 years, that is the message. Tell me the last message. So we are very much interested in the last message is something, very significant message. Here, our Uddhava comes and asks. Lord Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Uddhava, na vastavyam toya evaihe maya tekte mahitale. Maya tekte. I am going to give up this world. You should not stay here. Please don't leave after my departure. Janaha adharma ruchihi. This is very nice line. Janaha adharma ruchihi. Bhadraha bhavishyati kalau yuge. In Kali Yuga, naturally people will have taste for adharma. See the line. Naturally, they will have taste for adharma. You cannot ask why people are behaving like this. I do not understand. Sir, Kali Yuga. In this Kali Yuga, they have natural tendency or taste for adharma. Janaha adharma ruchihi badra bhavishyati. He says in the future tense. Now, because he was living in Dwapara Yuga, the end of the Dwapara Yuga, he says in the future tense bhavishyati hereafter in Kali Yuga. After I have left it, do not stay in this land for the age of Kali Yuga, age of Kali, that is to follow. Men will all be unrighteous in their outlook. Unrighteous in their outlook. So this is the translation, but the real word is Janaha Adharma Ruchi. Ruchi means taste. So we have taste for tongue the same way, taste for mind. They're very good in doing all unrighteous things. Therefore, you don't stay here, Uddhava. You will not survive here. You survive some countries, okay? You follow rules and regulations. So you need all systematic things. You have to go only in the lane. If you go to other country, there is no lane, there is no rules and regulations. You cannot survive. You cannot survive. So this kind of mental attitude, the people, those who are fit with the rules and regulation, if they go to other countries, those people are not following rules and regulations, we cannot survive. Not possible. So your nature, it's very difficult to survive here. Go to Himalayas, take sannyas. This is what he suggested. Krishna was giving sannyas to Uddhava. He avoided sannyas for Arjuna. But Arjuna wanted to take sannyas. The Kurukshetra war. Krishna, I have Kashaya Vasram also. Rudraksham also I have. And I have two. Bhikshapatra, for you one, for me one. We will go to Himalayas. Come with me, oh Krishna. And Krishna started scolding at her. Anarijushna Vaswargya Makitikaram Arjuna. Kutastu Akashmalamidam. So you have to drop it. So sannyasa is not meant for you, Arjuna. You have to work here. And Arjuna was asking, Tatkim karmani ghore baba. This is Gora karma. Going to office is Gora karma only. Friday evening we are very happy. Why? Tomorrow Saturday, day after tomorrow, Sunday. Sunday night, Gora karma start. Why? Tomorrow Monday. Tatkim karmani ghore mami ho jesi living in this world, going for office is Gora karma. But Krishna says you have to do the Gora karma to get out of Gora karma. Why? You are not eligible to take sannyas. Clean yourself through karma yoga. So Krishna is suggesting karma yoga for Arjuna. We are all like Arjuna. Therefore, we have to clean. Once if we clean our mind, the purification happen, then we have to come to Uddhava. Anyway, I belong to Arjuna category. Why you are conducting this 4 days yajna and Bhikshu Gita? One day we will become Bhikshu. Suppose we clean. So what next? When you ask what next, then you should have studied about Bhikshu Gita. So you just earn the money and keep it in the bank. When time comes, we will use it the same way. We study here. When time comes, we will take sannyas and we will become Bhikshu one day. Already I am living like Bhikshu in my own house. That is different Bhikshu. Our own people are not respecting. We are rejected in our own home. So that is not Bhikshu attitude. Bhikshu attitude, even though everybody is giving a respect, we have everything, dropping everything, renouncing everything is Bhikshu attitude. Okay? So he is going to give the Bhikshu Gita. He is talking about sannyasa only here, Lord Krishna. Tamta sarvam parityajya sneham sojana bandhu. She says you have to give up attachment with your relatives and friends. Maya aveshya mana samyak samadrik vicharasva gam. You keep your mind on me, give up all the attachment with your friends and relatives and move in this world. Abandoning all attachment for your own people and relatives. It's very difficult to give up relatives and people. Swajana bandhushu, sneham. Sneham means your attachment. When we detach ourselves from relatives and our own friends, we feel insecure. Nobody is there to take care of me. I do not know how I am going to live. We'll start lamenting like this. So people are there with me, then we are secured. Krishna says you have to drop the attachment. Maya aveshya, resign yourself to me and wander over the world, recognizing my presence in everything. Okay? So he says, sneham swajana bandhushu parityajya. Specifically, he says that. The instructions. Yatidam manasa vacha chakshubhyam savarnadibhihi nashwaram grihyamanam cha vidhi maya manomayam. You have to see the whole world as maya mano. It's made up of maya. It's the expression of maya. See the description. This kind of description, information is not given to Arjuna. So Arjuna was given that. The world is truth. So whatever you see, the 3 dimension, everything is true only. You have to work here. So you have to participate in the cycle of this karma. Evam pravartitam chakram nanu vartayati hayaha aghayurindriya ramaha mogham partasa jivati. You have to participate in the program of work. Here he says nothing. Everything is but that maya. Try to see everything is maya. Whatever you see, manasa, vacha, chakshubhyam, saranadibhi. Through all 5 sense organs and mind, whatever you see, everything is maya. Maya maya mikalam idam akilam bhudva brahma padam tvam pravisha vididva. So we studied in Bhajo Govinda. Okay, just to see this. Uddhava. Sri Shukovach, Uddhava. Sukadeva was explaining this Bhagavatam to Parikshit. Therefore, Sukadeva says. But now Krishna was explaining this kind of messages to Uddhava. Sukadeva comes. Like this, Lord Krishna was explaining to Uddhava. Iti adishtaha bhagavata mahabhagavata nripa Uddhava pranipatyaha tattva jignasu achyutam. When Krishna asked you how to drop everything, see this world as Maya Manoharam, and you get out from this world. Then he was giving. Uddhava heard, and Uddhava pranipatya aha. After doing namaskara, he started asking. What he asked? Tattva jignasu. Uddhava's jignasu. Artho jignasu artharthi jnani cha bharadarshava. Krishna was explaining 4 kinds of devotees in Bhagavad Gita. Artha Bhakta, Arthartha Bhakta, Jignasu Bhakta, Jnani Bhakta. Now here Uddhava's Jignasu wants to know the higher knowledge. Therefore, Tattva Jignasu, one who wants to know about the knowledge. Achyutam, Lord Krishna. Okay. Being thus addressed by the worshipful Lord, Uddhava, the great devotee and aspirant for the knowledge of truth, said to Achyuta with due prostrations. Pranipatya. Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya vadeksham dite jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshina. So Krishna again and again, he says, Arjuna, you have to prostrate and you have to bring down your ego and receive knowledge from the teachers. The same way, Pranipatya, Uddhava asked Krishna. Uddhava is asking. What Uddhava asked? This is the last message from Krishna. Yogesha yoga vinyasa yogatma yoga sambhava nishreyasaya me proktaha tyaga sannyasa lakshanaha. O Yogesha, all these words are praising the Lord. Yogesha, yoga vinyasa, yogatma, yoga sambhava. Bhutatma, paramatma, cha muktanam paramagatihi. Like Vishnu Sahasranam. Oh Bhagavan, you are Yogesha, yoga vinyasa, yogatma, yoga sambhava. You belong to yogic category. You tell me, Nishreyasaya me prokta. Nishreyas means here moksha. Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya, Nishreyas. There are 2 words in our Sanatana Dharma. Abhyudaya means dharma, artha, kama. Nishreyas means moksha. So all these 4 purusharthas are divided into 2 sections. Abhyudayam, Nishreyasam. Dharma, artha, kama belongs to this world, the Abhyudayam. The goal in life. Abhyudaya means goal in life. Dharma, artha, kama. Nishreyasa means goal of life. That is moksha. So I don't want here to get dharma, artha, kama. I'm not interested in abhyudaya. I want to have moksha, nishreyasa. Now you told this message for nishreyasa. Nishreyasaya me proktaha. Just now you told, give up everything and see everything as maya and get out from this world. You told me. I also understood. Tyagaha, sannyasa lakshanaha. Uddhava himself says that you are asking me to take sannyas. Okay? So whatever you told Lord Krishna, Tyagohyam dushkara bhuman kamanam vishayatmabihi sutaram toyi sarvatman na abhaktaihi iti me matihi. I think that whatever you told about sannyasa, Tyagohyam dushkaraha. It's very, very difficult to give up. Giving up everything is not very easy. Okay? Oh, all-powerful one, this abandonment of all objects desire is very difficult very, very difficult for those who are in midst of enjoyments. Kamanam vishayatmabihi. Vishayatma. For one who has attachment for the objects, for that person, very, very difficult to give up. Giving up is not very easy. Simple doctor is asking. Suppose you go to Ayurvedic doctor. First, this Ayurvedic doctor will ask us to drop coffee. If you want to take this lehium, this medicine, give up coffee. So I used to take coffee 4 times per day. Grand bottle. 4 times. Yeah. First you have to drop. Doctor, if I drop my coffee, I will drop my prana. All my prana I kept in this coffee only. I think I have to search for a good doctor. Doctor should give me medicine at the same time coffee also. This doctor is not good doctor. Sir, this Ayurveda will take more time, but steady and slow and very perfect. You will be cured. No, immediately I have to get out. At the same time, I should not give up coffee also. It's very, if I give up coffee, what is the purpose of living as a human being on this planet? You tell me. We have our own dialects. Sir, you have to give up. Simple thing. It's very difficult to give up. Then what to talk about relatives, friends, money, power, position? Yo. After 70 years also, it's very difficult to give up the position. The person is a president, the person is secretary in any organization or any political organization also. You're very much attached to the position. It's very difficult to give up. Even 80, 90 years also, you have to say, already you are aged, you have to get up. Your son is already 70-year-old. You are 90-year-old. You have to give some space for him to achieve. Already 70-year-old, your son. Position. Because I want to get respect till I die. Now we are also praying every Amavasa day, whether he is going or no. Every month Amavasa, we are waiting for this fellow to go to Yamaloka. He is not going, still strong. The son is waiting. I do not know how, when my father will go. So he's lying on deathbed. Everywhere tube is kept. Every Amavasa day only the Jiva will go, Prana will go. They are waiting for Amavasa. Having all the coconut lamp, everything ready. This Amavasa also escape. Why you are not giving up? Position, power, respect. It's not very easy. So, Tyaga, what our Uddhava says, Tyagoyam dushkaraha. It's very difficult to give up. Uddhava himself says. So, we have to accept the truth. Okay, now our Krishna, yes, Arjuna, what is that? Uddhava, what you told is right only. I accept. The same kind of thing, Arjuna also asks in Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter. Krishna, you are asking me to sit in meditation and do meditation. So it's very difficult. Very difficult. Sit like this and control your mind. Excuse me, Krishna. Very simply you are telling sitting there. It's very, very difficult. Why? Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manne vayorvasu dushkara. How it's very difficult to control the vayu, the wind. In the same way, at least wind you can control. In some balloon and some that tire tube, we can control. How can you control the mind? Subtler than the wind. So it's very difficult. Krishna says, yes, I accept your your suggestion. Krishna says, yes, I accept. The teacher should always accept the student's question. Then only students will be very receptive. Otherwise, I don't accept. The student already he is not accepting our ideas. So teacher should accept. Krishna will say, yes, what you told is right only. But you can practice. Through practice and through detachment, you can bring. So Krishna is here. Now the student is very clear student. Now when you compare Uddhava with Arjuna, Arjuna is completely disturbed and distressed, dejected person. Arjuna has fallen and Krishna tried to bring him up. Here, Uddhava is already very pure, perfect. There is no disturbance. The knowledge is given to the person who is already very perfect, very calm. Bhagavad Gita is given to the person who is already depressed. So we belong to Arjuna category, but we have to raise ourselves from Arjuna level to Uddhava level. Okay, now our Krishna starts. Okay, I will tell you how to drop, how to train your mind. So this is the Uddhava Gita. So whatever Krishna told to Uddhava, all these messages all put together is called Uddhava Gita. In Kurukshetra war, whatever Krishna expounded, that is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan sang. Now this is Uddhava Gita. Uddhava Gita has got so many parts or divisions. He has given Avaduta Gita. The 24 Gurus, how to learn from 24 Gurus, Avaduta Gita. And he has given Bhikshu Gita. So these kind of words never used for Arjuna. Why? Arjuna is already for this kind of words. Even though Krishna knew all these things, he never opened. I know Avaduta Gita, Bhikshu Gita. Arjuna would have asked, please tell me Avaduta Gita. Please tell me Bhikshu Gita. Arjuna, Krishna kept quiet. This is meant for Uddhava. This is not meant for you, Arjuna. For Arjuna, for you, Karma Yoga. Get up and work. Here Avadhuta Gita is given, Bhikshu Gita and what the Hamsa Gita and Aila Gita. All these Gitas put together is called Uddhava Gita. So these subdivisions. Inside if you go, 11th canto of Bhagavatam, it has got so many Gitas. Gita means song, Gitam. So the philosophy was sang. Interesting, you cannot sing the philosophy. But in Sanatana Dharma, we sing the philosophy. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, Shivoham philosophy. We are singing. This is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. Okay? Now our topic is Bhikshu Gita. Okay, Bhikshu Gita is our topic. We will take up this. So one by one he is explaining, or Krishna was explaining to Uddhava how to drop everything, make yourself as very nice sannyasi and move on this world, go to Himalayas, do tapas, reach me. So now our topic is Bhikshu Gita. Okay? Shall we move forward? The two kinds of souls in this Purana Idihasa we see, when we categorize. Two kinds of the souls. So one kind is Sanat Kumara, Sukadeva, Narada Rishi, Jadabharata, all these kinds of people. This is one section. They are very pure. By birth itself, they are not attaching themselves to the world. By birth itself, Sanat Kumara, Sukadeva, Narada Rishi, all the Jadabharata there. Anyway, Jadabharata, this is a third the Janma, but in this previous Janma, he was deer and he was Bharata. Bharata, then he was deer, then the third Janma is Jadabharata. When he has taken as Jadabharata Janma, it's very pure. Very pure. Not having any kinds of bad experience. Simply by birth, they were all very saintly people. But another kind of people, the soul, if you see, Idihasa Purana, Yayati king, he lived in this family and got into so much of problem. And finally, he got this message of liberation and liberated. Okay. Got into problem and finally liberated. Yayati. The second person, Pururvas, he lived with Urvashi and he's also got into problem. So much of problem. Because of the problem, they got detachment with the world and they released. Another kind of Parikshit. Parikshit has got the problem. What is that? He has made a great mistake. Insulted the saint by putting the dead snake on his neck. Nirvedam. Nirvedam means the detachment. He got detachment, went to bank of Ganges and released. In this category, we bring Bhikshu. So we are going to study about a Bhikshu story. This person also, miserly person, he becomes Bhikshu. I think you understood the difference between this soul and this soul. Okay? So one kind of people from the birth, they start moving in this path of liberation. From the birth, they are very pure. And this kind of people get into problem and live life. So many problems. After the problem only, so I am getting this kind of, the detachment of the world, and I move towards liberation. We all belong to this category. Second variety. There are third variety people also is there. They never hear about this kind of thing. Simply revolving the samsara worth money. They never hear this kind of thing. So we belong to this kind of category. Get into problem. The problem will teach us how to get out from the problem. Okay? The Bhikshu belongs to this category of the soul. I hope you understood this. Is it okay? Getting it? Simply to classify only I brought. But if you go to our Purana, you can take so many examples like that. Have some bad experience. Because of the bad experience, I get this. Mumukshuta, then I am getting liberated. Okay? All Buddha and all. So Buddha has seen three kinds of bad experiences. Completely disturbed. Gone out. Now Shri Bhagavan watch. So Bhagavan is entering into Bhikshu Gita now. So we are entering into Bhikshu Gita. There are so many ways. Now see, The interesting part here, I've shown you. So he is taking one route. Lord Krishna is taking one route to explain Avadhuta Gita. It's a different route. And another route he has taken to explain Bhikshu Gita. Another route, Hamsa Gita, another route, Aila Gita. All the 3-4 routes are there. The ways are lane. Now we are taking Bhikshu lane. Okay, Bhikshu lane. It's very interesting. Now we are going to study Bhikshu Gita. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Now he started. This route, this lane is going to this place, this destination. Manaha karmamayam nranam indriyehi panchabir yutam lokat lokam prayatyanya atma tad anuvartate. These are filled with the philosophies, okay? All the philosophical ideas will come. 5-6 slokas, then we will enter into the story. Is it okay? Every week we are also studying philosophy. We are teaching philosophy. It's nice thoughts. The mind combined with the 5 sense organs and the tendencies derived from karma, which constitute the subtle body, transmigrates from one body to another. This is about jiva. Okay? Manaha karmamayam. Mind is karmamaya. It's very active. Nirnam, for the human being, mind is karma. It's a very active kind of mind. Even though we are not able to see the mind, mind only is doing everything. Karmamayam. Indriyahi panchabihi yutam. This mind is endowed with the 5 sense organs. So mind is endowed with the 5 sense organs and very active kind of mind. This mind only lokat lokam prayati. This mind only goes from one body to another body. Taking the 5 sense organs and the vasanas. Okay? Atma tatanu. We understand this. This jiva, this mind is myself. I am also going with the mind. So we have misunderstanding that I am dying, I am going from one body to another body. Actually, mind with all 5 sense organs going from one body to another body. We are not understanding this truth. Okay? Vayur gandhani va ashayat. 15th chapter we studied. How the wind is taking the fragrance in the same way, the mind is taking the fragrance of 5 sense organs and the body experiences to another body. So many janmas we are moving in this way. This is our biography. We have our own biography in the family. But this is philosophical biography. Mind is taking 5 sense organs and what that tendencies from one body to another body. Only body is getting changed. Mind is as it is, the Atma, soul is as it is. But we have misunderstanding that Atma is moving from one body to another body. Why? Because we do not understand what is Atma. Okay? Now, Vishaya biniveshena Atmanam yasmaret punaha janturvai kasyachit heto mrityu atyanta vismrtihi. This is very nice point. What Krishna says in Bhagavatam, on account of the intensity of attraction for the new body, felt for the new body. Intensity of attraction. When we take birth, we are so much of intensity for that new body. New place and new body. We are completely in that intense attachment, the new body and new place. For whatever reason, we do not know why we are having that much of attachment for the new place and new body. The memory of the old one is completely lost. We have to thank God. Memory of the past is completely lost. Suppose if you remember, we belong to some royal family. We will drop this father and mother will fly there. And we will disturb that family. Uncle only killed me. You slapped me, I died. Anyway, I will forget all these things. I am not going to any court and case, but please, you accept me as this family member. Otherwise, I will go to court. In Puru Janma, my uncle slapped me, I died there. Okay. So much of unnecessary confusion will happen in the world. See, Krishna says, Yasmarit punaha, jantoha kasyachit heto. We do not know for what reason. Kasyachit heto. Lord himself says that I do not know. But due to some reason, Mrityu brings atyanta vismriti. We will forget everything in the past janma. Krishna is not revealing the secret of creation. Even though he is a Lord of the universe, is not revealing. Kasyachid heta, I do not tell you for what reason. For some reason, you will forget all your past. So we have to thank God. Forgetting is very nice kind of quality. So last week, what we studied, the teacher is asking, completely forgotten. I'm very happy. My mind is empty. If you carry something in your mind, it is full. Mind is full of loaded with information, confusing. So I'll come to class, I will study, I will understand. There itself, I forget. My greatest quality. I'm a great student. Do you have any doubt? No. Why? I drop everything there itself. I practice sannyas as far as this Vedanta class is concerned. I am complete sannyas. But in the family only, I'm not able to bring that quality. Vedanta, there itself I forgot. Interesting quality. We have that sannyas quality, but we use in another place. But in the family, it is very difficult to give up. So you are forgetting. Jantoho vai kasyachit heto mrityu atyanta vismrti. We forget when we die. And when we go to new place, we develop intense attachment. See our autobiography, how it's giving biography. When we die, we'll forget. When you come to new place, we will, because of the intense attachment. Na smared punaha, vishaya abhiniveshena, na atmanam yasmared. He is not remembering his past because he is very much attached with the present. So this is the highest philosophy you can see in our own life also. 20 years back, we studied some college with some friends. Suppose you do not meet that friend after 20 years, completely his face is forgotten from our mind. Why we are forgetting so many things from the mind? Because we are completely having the intense attachment to the present condition. Therefore, the mind has got the ability to forget. It's very nice quality. Therefore, we are not remembering our past. So Krishna is telling very valid reason why we are not remembering the past. So many people will ask the question. Why we are not remembering the past? First, you have to tell that is the blessings, that is the blessings. If you remember the past, you perish your life. First, you are blessed because you are not remembering your past. Thank God. And you have to explain this. Because of the present attachment, we are detaching from our past. So this is logical. The answer is given by Lord Krishna. Prakritehe evam atmanam vivichya abudaha puman tatvena sparsha sammuda samsaram pratipadyate. The ignorant man. Abudaha. Sammudaha, abudaha. Nice words used by. Ignorant man. Who is that? We only. You should not look at other person. Ignorant person. They are calling you. Sir. We are the ignorant person. Sammuda, abuda. Incapable of distinguishing the Atma from the body. So we are unable to distinguish. Vivichya. Vivichya means distinguishing Atma from the body. Prakritehe evam atmanam vivichya abudaha pumane, which is an evolute of Prakriti and identifies himself with the body, gets entangled in the objects of sense. So we identify with the body and entangle with the objects of sense. And consequently, in this cycle of birth and death. So we are moving from birth to death, death to birth. Samsaram pratipadyate. So why we are taking birth and death, the cycle of birth and death, because we are unable to differentiate Atma from the body. As long as we are unable to differentiate Atma from the body, we will be in the cycle of birth and death. Samsaram pratipadyate. Therefore, we are asked to go to Vedanta class, study the Vedantic text, reflect on the truth, and try to separate the Atma from the body. Slowly, we are getting away from the samsaric life. Till we understand the Vedantic truth and separate the Atma from the Atma, we take birth and death, birth and death. So this is what he says. Okay? Chakra will move. This is called samsara chakra. Nice wheel. I like this wheel, so I can move on this wheel. So Krishna says, you have to get out from this. Every now and then we are hugging this tire like this. We are hugging this tire. Hugging the tire. And tire goes up. High. When tire comes down. Ayyo. Sound is getting changed. So ups and downs will be there. Whenever we go high, ayyo. So revolution per second, revolution per minute, so many ayyos. Krishna says, get out from this chakra. To get out from the samsara chakra, what should I do? Detach. Don't hug this tire. Detach, you will be released. Otherwise, till you detach completely, you are getting into problem. Okay? So he asked us to detach or to understand Atma is different, the body is different. This is called knowledge. Okay? And he is telling very nice sloka. This is very nice truth. You can tell our Balvihar children also. Sattva Sangat Rishin Devan. So we take Rishi Janma and Deva Janma. By the force of the tendencies generated by the karma, the ignorant jiva gets bodies of rishis and devas. If you have Sattva Guna, if you develop Sattva Guna more and more, we take Rishi Janma and Deva Janma. Rajasa, the binding element of Asuras. If you get Rajoguna, then we will become Asura and Manusha. If we develop more Rajoguna, we become Asuras and Manushas. Or in the Manushya form, the Asura inside. Why Rajoguna? When you develop the Rajoguna, we become Asuras and Manusha. Tamasa. If you get Tamoguna, then it will become Bhuta Triyaktvam. Bhuta, Pishachi, ghost, and animals. So according to our guna, or that combination, we will take the Janma. Krishna is explaining this in Bhagavad Gita. 14th chapter. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogam. All three gunas. Therefore, Krishna is asking Arjuna, Arjuna, Nitya Sattvasto Bhava. Please try to get Sattva Guna, at least. Actually, Nistrayi Gunyo Bhava Arjuna. So you have to go beyond all the three gunas. Even though you are trying to get away from the three gunas, you have to, till you get released from this three gunas, you have to hold on Sattva Guna. So beat or destroy the Tamoguna by Rajoguna, Rajoguna by Sattva Guna. After that, you have to give up the Sattva Guna also. Nistrayi Gunyo Bhava Arjuna. Nistrayi Gunyo means the liberation. So according to our guna, we are taking the birth. With the people are tamasic people, they look like Bhuta Pishachi. In our home also, you see this. They are looking like Bhuta. Not combing the hair, not taking bath, drinking, eating, and looking like this. Bhuta Pishachi. What tamas? They are very rajas. If they are very rajas, they will break all the glass. They go to kitchen, all the sounds will come. Why? Rajoguna. If they become Deva, Sattva, they go to Puja hall, they do meditation, and they walk like Devata. So Krishna says, the Triguna is very important. Please understand this according to, you have to move towards liberation. He is recommending for Sattva Guna. You keep Sattva Guna. Surely get Gunatita Sthiti. Okay? Brahmito yati karma bihi. Because of our karma, we are getting into this Triguna. So Krishna showed Nistrayi Gunyo Bhava Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. One chapter is dedicated to how to get away from Trigunas. This is mechanism of the mind. Our Gurudev explains in Bhagavad Gita 14th chapter. You just go and read the introduction for the chapter Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogam. Gurudev says, in this chapter, more than the goal, the path is explained. This is what Gurudev says. If you open the bonnet of the car, how the mechanism of the car is explained in this chapter. This is what the example he is using. So when we understand how it works, the system in our mind, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, this is a mechanism of the mind. When we understand this, we know how to control the vehicle and we can move little faster on the road. Therefore, the 14th chapter is very, very important. Okay? 3 gunas. Nrityatah gayatah pashyan yata eva anukaroti tan evam buddhi gunan pashyan anihopi anukaryate. This is very nice. Our Panchadasi, our Vidyaranya Swami has written one book is called Panchadasi. I think 10th chapter is a Nataka Deepa. So one of the chapters is called Nataka Deep. The whole universe, the man, mind, sense organs, all our life is brought as Nataka. What do you call the drama? Yeah, you know, so many dramas in my own house, people are doing drama. I am the victim. In the office also, so many dramas. But I'm not participating in any drama. Sorry, even though you are not participating in the drama, drama is going inside you. This is what our Vidyaranya Swami says. Outside drama is different. That is a political drama. So inside also we have drama. This drama, I think our Vidyaranya Swami has taken the thought, the seed from Bhagavad. Maybe from this sloka. I do not know. Just I am suggesting. When I see this sloka, I remembered Vidyaranya Swami. He says that just as person who witness dance or listen to music, when we listen, when we see some dance or music, we do not know what is music, we do not know what is dance, but they asked us to buy ticket. The ticket is so costly. I have some time also, therefore I went and sat there in the hall. They took me. But I don't like it because of the friend only, they compelled me, I go. I went. So many people were there. Dance or sing within their own minds, in tune with the artist, in tune with the artist. We also dance, we also sing, even though we do not know all the technical aspect of the song. We do like this. We do. We never knew anything about that. Otherwise, the person is dancing. We also like that. Not anything about the dance, but we also will dance. Okay? Dance or sing within their own mind, in tune with the artist, through the identification. Why we are singing, why we are dancing like that? Identification. Very powerful sloka. Nrityataha gayataha pashyan. Whoever is dancing, whoever is singing, pashyan, we also will see. Yata eva anukaroditan. We are doing according to them. Whether it is song or whether it is dance, we are doing according to them. Evam buddhi gunanu pashyan ahinaha api anukarit. So like that, we are attaching ourselves with the mind. We are also acting like mind. So Jiva is dancing in this world. Jiva is working in this world according to the mind. So the spectator is identifying himself with a dancer or a singer. How he acts in the same way, the Jiva also acts according to our mind. That's all. So mind is guiding us. The emotional aspect is guiding us. So we are not keeping the mind under our control. Mind is keeping as its control. That is a problem. Because identification. So here Vedanta says, so in Tamil we say that Unarchi Vasapatte. In Tamil, very nice word. Unarchi Vasapatte. Vasha means I belong to mind. So mind is controlling me. So here Vedanta says you should not go under the influence of mind. So you have to bring the mind under the influence of intellect. Then we become man of wisdom. Tasya prajna pratisthita. Krishna again and again he repeats. So this is what happens. This is very nice sloka. Maybe this sloka is a root or seed for Nataka Deepa. Okay. So he's explaining, hey, you should not go behind the mind. You have to bring a mind under your intellect control. Arte havidyamana api samsritir nivartate dhyayato vishayanasya swapno artagamo yata. So this world is like a swapana. He says this world is like swapanam. Until one is awakened to the truth, the experiences of samsara will continue. So we are not awakened. We are sleeping in the dream. We are sleeping. In the dream, we see the things. Even though in the dream, the things are, what is that? What do you call? Mithya. The dream, all the things, whatever we see, that is mithya. So we think mithya as what the truth in the dream. When we get up from the sleep or the dream, everything, erased. Nothing is there. In the same way, we see the whole world as what that truth. Everything is permanent. Krishna says you have to get up from the ignorant sleep. Get up from the sleep and understand everything is Maya Manohar. This is Papa is sleeping. This Papa is sleeping. And she sees this, puppy, the dream. She thinks this is the dream. The dream is permanent. This is the original one. When she gets up, there's no puppy. Nothing is there. The same way. We are sleeping. In the sleep only we see all the experiences. Krishna says you have to get up. Spiritual awakening should happen. The spiritual awakening is called Buddhata. Therefore, the Gautama has become Buddha. Buddha means awakened soul. So this is because of the sleep, we are getting this experience. You have to get up from this sleep. And you will realize that Paramatma. They are suggesting this much. And he's telling, Tasmat Uddhava ma bhungshva vishayan asadindri. Tasmat ma bhungshva. You should not enjoy the vishaya, the sense objects. This is the direct message. You don't have any attachment for sense objects. Okay? Atma agrahana nirbhadam pasya vaikalpikam. Atma agraha, because we are not understanding the Atma, therefore we are experiencing this world. If you want to get that Atma, give up the attachment, the sense objects. Therefore, Uddhava, do not delight in the sense objects. Do not delight. If the sense objects comes, just you get and move forward. Don't go behind the sense objects. This is the message from Lord Krishna. Play games with the senses. That play games with the senses just to see how one, based upon illusion of the material duality, risen within the self, fails to realize the soul. Atma Agrahana. We are unable to recognize, fails to recognize soul. We are unable to recognize the truth, the Atma inside, because we are having attachment or we are moving behind the sense objects. So stop moving behind sense object, come inside and differentiate body from the Atma and recognize the Atma. So move in this world. This is the message of Lord Krishna. Again, we studied this kind of point in the Vedantic class. Okay, I understood everything. This is, even though Vedantic sadhana is very difficult, I try my best to come out of sense objects, to come out of influence of mind, and I try to differentiate body from the Atma. It's okay. And he says, now this is the main point he has come. When you do like this, when you do all the Vedantic sadhanas, sir, Bhakti sadhana is doing puja. Have some altar, do puja, do japa of that particular the devata, and do meditation, the form meditation on that particular devata. Puja, japa, dhyana. This is Bhakti Yoga. In Jnana Yoga, you study, understand what is mind, what is intellect, how it works, what is Atma, how to differentiate. These are all Jnana Yoga. So Krishna was giving instruction of Vedantic idea or Vedantic instructions to Uddhava to be followed intellectually. While you are walking, while you are sitting, while you are eating, you have to contemplate on this truth. So this is Jnana Yoga. Okay, he was giving this and he told one more extra information. This is the seed for Bhikshu Gita. What he told? Tasmat Uddhava, yes, the next. Kshiptaha, avamanitaha, asadbihi pralabdo asuyito atava, thaditaha sanniruddhova, vrutyava, parihapita. Very, very tough words. Very tough. You never see this kind of instruction anywhere except in Bhagavatam, particularly in Bhikshu Gita. What Krishna says, a sadhu might be subjected by evil men. sadhus moving in this world, evil people, the men, abuse, shiftaha, avamanitaha, insult, asadbihi pralabdha, ridicule, asuyitaha, and evil, envied, might be beaten, taditaha, imprisoned, sanvruddhaha, they catch him, imprisoned, deprived of livelihood, vritya parihapitaha. All these things, maybe a sadhu may undergo this kind of experience. See the experience. Uddhava, you are becoming sannyasi if you move in this world on the way to the Himalayas. The evil people may beat you. Okay, they may insult you, they may abuse you, they may ridicule you, they may envy you, they may imprison you. You may get so many bad experiences on the way. For Uddhava, the greatest devotee of Lord Krishna, Krishna is telling you may get this kind of experience. Okay, see the experience. Kshiptaha, avamanitaha, asadbihi. Asadbihi, bad people, okay, not good people, bad people. They don't understand who are you. Sometimes you'll get this kind of experience. Pralabdhaha, asuyitaha, thaditaha, literally they will beat you. Sanniruddha, they will bind you with a tree or somewhere else. Or they will put in the jail also. Mrityacha parihapitaha. They will take all your livelihood. They will take your cloth also. Whatever you have, they will remove. So when you get this kind of experience, okay, nishtitaha, this is little very, very powerful words. Okay, you have to read and understand this. Nishtitaha mutritaha vagnyehi bahuta evam prakampitaha shreyas kamaha kritsragataha atmana atmanam uddharet. Atmana atmanam uddharet. It remains 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Uddharet atmana atmanam na atmanam avasadiyet. Now what Krishna says, spat upon. So he's continuing the two slokas together. Spat upon. Nishtitaha. They will spit on your head. This is very powerful word. Mutritaha. Urinated upon. What is this? Very powerful word. You may get this kind of bad experience on the way, Uddhava. Urinated upon. Mutritaha vagnyehi. Persecuted for his faith. Bahuda evam prakampitaha. Might fall into any dangerous situation. This is in the north side of India, many sadhus are beaten up and died, killed, persecuted. There's so many news we are hearing. But these evil people. In Bangladesh, the last month, that ISKCON temple, they went and destroyed and killed a few sadhus there. You might have heard this news during Navaratri day. Sadhu might get this kind of experience. Okay? In such conditions, he should, without getting shaken from his high spiritual evolution, without getting shaken, remain calm. So remain calm and the self as a support, looking upon all these experiences as brought about by one's karma. We have to remain calm in all these kind of experiences, and we have to abide ourselves in the Atma. We have to think everything has happened because of the karma. This is the powerful instruction by Krishna to Arjuna, Uddhava. Luckily, you brought this idea today. Tomorrow we are not coming to this class. Why? It is not possible for me to. Krishna is listing out so many things. Kshiptaha, abuse, insult, ridicule, envied, beaten, imprisoned. Even the dream also is very difficult for me to think. Ayyayyo. And this is also okay. Nishtitaha mutritaha, spitting on the head and urinated. What is this? What kind of sloka Bhagavad Vedavyasa has written? Why he is writing like this? Why Krishna is telling all those? Everything is practically we are seeing in the world. So many things we hear this kind of news. Whenever we hear this kind of news, you remember Bhikshu Gita. Okay? And Krishna is telling, Shreyas Kamaha, if you are interested in the spiritual evolution, okay, elevation, Kritsragataha Atmana Atmanam Uddharet. Bahuda Prakampitaha. This kind of then the situation will come and will shake you. You should not be shaken. and you have to be very steady, calm. I'm not getting any experience like this, but I'm not able to keep myself calm. So I'm totally different from this kind of experience. Thank you very much. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 4 days class, you do all the best. This is my first class and this is my last class. Tomorrow I'm not coming to this class. Definitely. Why? Experiences are too much. Nishtitaha mutritaha. What is this word? High kind of bad experience by bad people. Where? Krishna is giving. Uddhava, this is not the nice. So known people only will give you nice experience, okay? Nice respect. The unknown people, the evil people, will disrespect you like anything to the extreme experience. It's not very easy. You cannot imagine. Somebody is insulting me. Small insult will get upset. Small insult means what? So they are not asking me to join the lunch. I went for a party. Nobody is asking me to take lunch. That's okay, I don't want. Then after when we have gone to our car, then we opened our car, we started, then only the people, they say, you call that person. They are running behind the car and stopped our car. Please come for lunch. No. I'm Vratam today. Ekadasi. Yesterday only Ekadasi. Okay. Dwadasi, Vratam. Why? I am not respected in this party, therefore I am going. Hereafter, I will not participate in any of this family function. That's all. Today I washed everything from my mind. Simple insult. People are not giving us a small attention, that's all. Small attention, not insulting. Attention is not given to us. Finished. You getting it? So where we are living, what is our mindset, mind attitude? Simple thing, we are taking it seriously and getting into problem, mental problem. See that? Experience. Hey, Uddhava, you have to be ready to face this kind of experiences. And one thing we have to understand, all these experiences, Krishna is asking Uddhava to go through this kind of experience, and you should not react, you have to be very calm, okay? You should not be shaken, and you have to be very calm. Sir, we have to understand one thing, this is a sadhu dharma, this is not meant for all the people, okay? If you become sadhu, this is sadhu dharma. Therefore, Swami Vivekananda says, Buddha, how Jesus, destroyed the Rome and that Greek kind of civilization. Is what that soft kind of messages. The same way, Buddha destroyed India. Swami Vivekananda says, he's a devotee of Jesus, devotee of Buddha. But he says that Buddha, Jesus is meant for sadhu kind of life. If you become sadhu, then follow Jesus and Buddha. Jesus says, if somebody slaps with the left cheek, you show the right cheek. What is this? Sir, if somebody comes, you have to hit him before itself. But Jesus says that you have to show next cheek. This is meant for sadhu. This is sadhu dharma, what he taught. Buddha sadhu dharma. Ashoka should not have followed Buddha. Ashoka Kshatriya. You have to take sword and you have to do. Krishna never asked Arjuna to do like this. Arjuna will kill everybody. If anybody touches Arjuna, finished. Therefore, Krishna says, Arjuna, you should not go to Himalayas. Why? If somebody touches you, will kill all the people by bow and arrow. So you are meant for the Kurukshetra, and Uddhava, you are meant for this kind of life. This is the highest spiritual sadhana. This is not meant for ordinary people. We have to understand. This is sadhu dharma. Living in the family, having responsibility, you have to get money and money handling. There are so many things. As a Grihastha, this is not meant for Grihastha. Are you getting it? So this is meant for the high type of the sadhu who is completely away from the world. For him only this is suitable. So the problem is we take this and we start practicing in different context. So we create so many social problem also. Okay? A king should not follow this. King should not follow. King has to protect. If king renounces everything, goes to forest, then king can follow this kind of sadhana. I hope you are understanding it. So where to follow, whom this is meant for, it should be very, very clear. So our scriptures are very clear, but when we take the subject, when we receive the knowledge, we are getting into problem how to take it, how to practice it. This is our problem, not the scripture's problem. So this dharma is meant for only the sannyasi who has given up everything physically and moves in the world. For him only. He should not react. Nyasta danda. Nyasta danda means he has to give up his danda. At any cost, he should not take up anything to beat the opposite person. Whatever comes, he has to receive and he has to be died. That's all. Okay. And when Krishna says like this, Uddhava asks, it's very difficult, Krishna. Very difficult. Before we ask the question, Uddhava says it's very, very difficult to follow. Uddhava is asking, oh, the best among the learned one, didn't to tell me how man can attain this state of mind. It's impossible, Uddhava says. It is impossible to get this attitude of mind in the face of sufferings and persecution. Yatha eva abhudyayam vadano vadatam vara dussahamidam manye atmanam asadakrim. It's very difficult. Krishna, very difficult. Please stop this kind of message. Uddhava also asks the same question. Krishna is explaining. He's going to explain tomorrow. One person lived in this world and he was beaten up. Nishtitaha, Mutritaha, Taditaha, whatever the experiences I explained, or Uddhava, all the experiences one person got in this on this earth. I know his history. I'm going to tell about that person. So tomorrow he's bringing that history. Okay? So we have to remember, when we study this, we have to keep in our mind. One day we'll become bhikshu. At that day, on that day, whenever we get this experience, we should not react. Now we are living in different context. Okay? So this packet you have to tie and keep somewhere in the shelf. When we become sadhu, then we will take it up. So you have to understand to whom it is told, who has to follow. That is very important. Context is very important. So her value is highest, but this is not meant for the person who is living in it's a kshatriya. This is not a kshatriya. This is not kshatriya dharma. This is not what that Vaishya dharma. This is not a Shudra dharma. This is the what a sannyasa dharma. Okay, the ashrama, brahmacharya, gargastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. This is sannyasa dharma. This is not varna dharma. This is ashra dharma. This ashra dharma particularly goes to sannyasa. I hope you understand this. Okay, so tomorrow we'll continue. I hope you are able to follow this. Okay, va? Finding easy? Slowly you'll go. The context also very important. We study, we appreciate the good value. Appreciating good value, this is meant for whom? That is important. So this is vegetarian food meant for whom? This is non-vegetarian food meant for whom? So this kind of food meant for whom? For children, this kind of food. Elderly person. The person who is not getting teeth, different. You go to child, what is that? Section. What is your age? 90-year-old. Okay, you go to child section. There all kinds of the payasam is kept. Okay. Okay. You both are in one line. Child and 90-year-old. Okay. So this food is meant for you. So that classification, if you are very clear, then we will not have any confusion what is to be followed, what is not to be followed. But we appreciate high value, but we are living in different context. We try to bring that value here, then we are getting into confusion. This is what Ashoka did. Ashoka appreciated Buddha, but Ashoka was a king. Arjuna was a king. So Krishna trained Arjuna, hey, you are like Ashoka. Drop the idea. You have to be like Kshatriya. But you appreciate the Brahmana Dharma, but you should not follow the Brahmana. You are Dharma, Kshatriya Dharma. Do it. So, very, very clear. Therefore, Sanatana Dharma is meant for everybody according to our mentality, attitude. We have to take our Dharma. Even though we like Paradharma, this is Paradharma, Arjuna liked it. And Krishna, no, this is not meant for you. Your Dharma is Kshatriya. So you do that. Okay? The Dharma, clarity in Dharma only will not bring any confusion. That is the point. Okay? Shall we conclude? Tomorrow we'll continue. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaye Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Harihi Om